Click the link to support the channel, and thank you to all of those who have sent me art and comic books. I really love looking at them. So I'm seeing some of the harassment that that umbrella guy, aka Tug, is getting. What exactly has Tug done? He makes silly videos on the internet about Japanese cartoons. He defended let me pronounce his name, Minyanya's right to due process and not to be subjected to an internet witch trial. Then he made a silly comic book. I don't even know what's it about. He may not be an angel. I don't know him. I can't judge. But I haven't seen any evidence that he's some sort of monster. So I don't understand the animosity unless it's just insane SJWs being insane SJWs. And here's the thing. I don't understand about some of these groups that are kind of associated with CG or were associated with CG. Are they SJWs or not? So if someone could, I don't know, hit me up in like a private Discord or private DM or something, let me know about these groups. I mean, if they're SJWs, then I'm just gonna, like, we can just cut them off right at the start because there's no arguing with SJWs. So anyway, if you really don't like someone, just mute their Twitter or block them. Muting them is actually a little bit funner because it kind of lets them scream into the void with no response. And you won't come across their Twitter at least if you block them. So far, all the people I have talked to in or around Comicsgate have been very cool. Even EVS has been very nice to me. He hasn't mailed me my Cyberfrog nude calendar, but hope springs eternal. Chop chop, fatty. I'm not even very clear on the whole what EVS allegedly did to Preston that got this whole mess started. He didn't have him on his show, so what? There are a ton of small channels. You can start live streaming with them. Everyone is focused on their own channel, but live streams are best when you mix it up. You want to get out of your own echo chamber a bit. StreamYards allows 6 spots. Make sure you use them. More is definitely better when it comes to YouTube live streams. You need people to always talk, always have something going on. And with 6 people or more, ideally, you can have that. Like 10 is perfect, even if it's a little chaotic. It's a lot of fun. So I see these guys live streaming. There's like a dozen channels, and they've all got a small audience, which makes me wonder, why don't you guys team up? Pull the audience together, pull your audiences together, find out what works. You got 7 nights a week. You can use each night to bring in a new combination to find the right chemistry that works. Damn. Okay, a couple news items. The conventions and Woo-Flu. Stop being a pussy. If we just wear a mask at a convention, bring a little hand sanitizer, we're going to be fine. Conventions are a lot of fun, and I want to go back to them. We can't live our lives in fear. Conventions bring in billions of dollars. You can't shut down an industry for the 2 years. It might even take longer that it takes to find a vaccine. That would just do away with the industry in its entirety. Obesity kills 500,000 a year, every year. We don't shut down fast food and junk food sellers. We just accept some level of risk in our lives. God, I love fast food. I'm still looking forward to going to conventions and live streaming. Nobody gives a shit about a virtual convention. That is just sad and pathetic. Make everyone wear masks and have the cosplayers incorporate the masks into the costumes. We can quickly adjust to it. It just does not have to be that big a deal. All right, Leslye Headland was Weinstein's personal assistant. Weinstein, you know what he did. He's in jail for it right now. They're trying to get out because of the Woo-Flu. When you're somebody's personal assistant, when you work with them intimately, you know what's going on. So she's probably evil. All right, so the new rumors for The Mandalorian Season 3 come from Doomcock, his excellent show. I think he calls himself DVD Overlord or something. He explains in Season 3, Boba Fett, that cherished, beloved character from the original trilogy, the only trilogy that really matters. He will take hero to children, I don't know, adults now in their 35 to 60 who fell in love with the original trilogy. Boba Fett, the most beloved character, will take his helmet off and he will be revealed to be a she. And I don't think they mean like transsexual she. I don't think they're coming out of that closet just yet, but I guarantee that it is in the works for Disney. Oh, absolutely. I know some of the people who work at Disney years ago. It's very, very LGBT friendly. This was decades ago. And those people who started off in smaller positions have worked their way up. It is just, I don't want to say infested, but because that is kind of a negative connotation, but it is overrepresented with LGBT. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I mean that when your company is overrepresented with this group, it's hard to keep their own personal biases out of the media that they're selling to a general audience. And you're, like I always say, don't limit your audience. I mean, obviously I do that because I'm not in this for money, but keep your audience as broad as possible. And your broad audience are just straight people. It's like 98% of people are just straight. They're just not into the LG stuff. So yeah, trans characters are going to be on the agenda. I bet you they're already in the works as we speak. This woman will actually be Sabine Wren wearing Boba Fett's armor, because it'll be the perfect armor when it's made to fit a woman. He explains, this my source claims is how Boba Fett being a woman will be explained if Kennedy gets her way on this. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Where's the artist's name? I don't see that. That is amazing. He's jet blasting out of the... I don't think his jet blaster worked, if I remember Return of the Jedi correctly. I think it was the lightsaber took it off. Takes off her Shim's helmet in The Mandalorian. We'll see a flash. There's just not that many transsexual people out there where there's not a big market for this kind of stuff. And little boys don't want to see women play these roles. Little boys are going to watch this and think, what the fuck is this shit? I don't want to see my mom doing this stuff. This goes away against millions of years of hardwired empirical evidence that we've seen of, the big strong guy, to a kid anyway. A man appears, adults appear like giants. Big strong guy with a spear or a fishing net going out, bringing back the food. Crawls out of the Sarlacc pit only to die in the sand. A bunch of Jawas sand people. That's probably not politically correct today. Scavenge the armor, and then we see the armor being subsequently acquired by some chick. A female, yes, because women make such excellent soldiers, especially in hand-to-hand combat. My sources claim the plan is to have her take the armor, become Boba Fett, and we're going to subvert expectations. Will lead into an animated show on Disney+. I think Disney Plus is in trouble. I think Disney's in trouble unless they open those parks up right now, which they should do. Open up conventions, open up parks. People will just wear masks and have those little hand sanitizer bottles. Headland series, first rumored of Rise, described female-centric. Yes, because women love Star Wars. Some, but they don't love buying it, and that's the only thing that matters. It's going to take place in a different part of the timeline. Yeah, it better take place in an imaginary universe. Press release. What the hell? See, I talked about this guy a long time ago, and it's like nobody wanted to hear it because out of the mess that was Disney Star Wars, he was kind of a bright spot. We all felt, kind of got robbed. He should have been the Jedi. He should have, in fact, just got rid of Rey entirely, or make her the love interest, or in fact, when you brought him and Rey together, most people thought, oh, okay, you're going to introduce the romance now. This is where the romance happens. And then when that other guy, the Spanish guy or French guy, whatever, came in, he thought, okay, well, this is going to be the romance. And then that never happened. And then it's like, well, Rey doesn't need any romance. Well, listen, every movie needs a little romance. And shit, you had the opportunity to make the black guy and the Spanish guy have a gay romance, and you didn't even take that because you have no balls, Disney. Yeah, he would have been a better Jedi. Anyway, I tried to tell people this guy was an idiot a long time ago. He said some racist stuff months ago, and it's just nobody wants to hear it. He's a hero of the hour. So he says he hates black on white racism. He saw the video of that guy who was murdered by a cop. Yes, that was a murder. The cop murdered him, and 3 sociopathic cops stood by and let it happen. Absolutely, no argument. Hey, so he releases a tweet in response to that, and somebody says, can't conquer hatred with hatred. And then some guy releases, in response to him, Dexy Dale, and people are posting on Twitter, Dexy Dale, hashtag greater than John Boyega, because he says, nobody loves racists. I'm from Nigeria. My ex said she hates whites, so I broke up with her. Boyega wrote, I'm talking about white on black racism. He got roasted in the comments for being... He's an idiot. He's an idiot. I've seen it a few times. The kind that has ruined the world, not caused a little breakup with your girlfriend. Well, I don't know if I should mention Islam, but they're responsible for about 750 million dead people through the Islamic colonization and expansion. Because wherever they go, they have been responsible. That number, 750 million, through rape and murder and subjugation, just brutal enslavement and oppression. Nobody seems to really talk about that. It's kind of weird. He received some criticism. Yeah, no shit. He received a lot of criticism for being a fucking idiot. Twitter academics tend to make something of nothing. Fact them. And then people try to defend him. Dude, you can't defend it. Just if something is bad, then something is bad in all directions. And then people in the comments started posting crime rates and like graphs showing who's actually the victims. And actually, if you want to talk about hate crimes, hoaxes, and just that kind of stuff, not even violent crimes, it's one group who are committing the majority of the hate crimes. And it's not the white people. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, send me art for the channel or comics to my P.O. box. Let me know if you're sending them, though, so I can check. If you want to support the channel, click the links. You can make a donation to the coffee site. Send me my Nude Cyberfrog calendar. Ethan, you can hit my P.O. box for that. I'm still waiting. All right, guys, I'll see you all next episode.